Are you a woman who has a history of childhood trauma and you find all the choices in front of you just overwhelming? You are not alone. In this video, let's talk about how to tame that choice monster and set yourself free. All right, if you want to take your healing outside the traditional therapy model, drop me a line below and let's talk about how you can get a personalized healing plan and get on the road to getting on with your life. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Essa Aiken. I'm a former jet engine mechanic. Currently, I'm an emotional well-being coach for women with a history of childhood trauma. I've coached women over the last 15 years to heal themselves, to prioritize themselves, to calm their nervous system, and readjust to who they are. All right, in this video, let's talk about how to tame that choice monster and set yourself free. So a couple of things we need to note up front is feeling overwhelmed and feeling like there's too many choices out there for you really is rooted in a lack of confidence in yourself. And if you have a history of childhood trauma, which if you are made it this far in the video, most likely you do, then childhood trauma teaches you that your choices are not good enough or that you're undeserving of happiness, excuse me, or that you're incapable of doing anything for yourself, or that harm will come as a result of what you choose to do. So the first place is in a lack of confidence, but that lack of confidence stems from the childhood trauma. So it's important to address both of these things at the same time. So let me give you a couple of steps here to tame that choice monster. The first one here is to limit your options. Look, here's the thing. We have many, many choices all day long, and fatigue, decision fatigue is a real legit thing. So the first thing you need to do is narrow your scope. Stop giving yourself a buffet of choices in front of you when really not all of these buffet of choices need to even be on your list. So the most important thing that you can do for yourself is consider one thing and one thing only. What's right for you? When you think about what's right for you and you have this buffet of choices in front of you, oftentimes what happens is that list will all of a sudden get smaller because not all those choices that you're looking at in front of you are what's right for you. And look, I'm not going to be naive or pretend like some of these choices have to do with our kids or our families or this and that. But the first place to start is to consider what's right for you. What can you live with and what supports you the best? When you do that, the pool of choices gets much smaller and therefore limiting the feelings of being overwhelmed. The second place here is to embrace perfection. I'm not going to lie to you. Life is 50-50. It's both good and bad. You can't avoid the bad and you can't avoid the good. It's part of the human experience. So embrace that there are going to be some choices that are right for you, but that don't lead to the place that you want. Don't have the outcome that you want to have. That even though you made the hard choice, it won't feel good. So embrace the imperfection instead of trying to like get it right, nail it, only choose the right thing, only get to the good stuff, only experience happiness and joy based on what you choose. That's not realistic. Embrace that there's also going to be a side where it won't feel good. The choice will not feel right. It will feel out of the ordinary, especially if you've been through childhood trauma. Oftentimes, when we make good decisions, sound decisions for ourselves, it won't feel right, but it will be what's right. So you have to separate those two and just embrace that there are good and there's going to be bad. And it's part of the human experience. Welcome to Earth. Unfortunately, you had to experience some pain to get here, and I apologize for that. But that does not mean that you do not deserve happiness or that you're incapable of making a good choice. You hear me? I'm going to get my mom finger out on you. The next thing is to trust your instincts. And this one can be a really hard one, especially for women who've been through childhood trauma, because again, it teaches us this pain and this experience teaches us that we can't even trust ourselves, our bodies, our experiences, what's coming up for us. And so give yourself some space to let your instincts get louder. So limit the choices by deciding what's right for you first and foremost. Embrace imperfection, know that there's going to be good and bad, and embrace that there is a human experience here, and then let it settle. Give it time to settle. Trust your instincts, right? give it space so that your instincts can come up and be louder so that you'll have a clear answer. And then, of course, addressing childhood trauma is going to be a key factor in sustaining the longevity of you being able to step into your own confidence, to be able to decide with confidence and more and from an empowered place. All right, let's take your healing outside the traditional therapy model, and let's get you a personalized healing plan. Drop me a line below and I will shoot you all the details you need to do that. Talk to you later.